on the Rams at the Bears. Stafford takes care of the football. Caleb has not taken care of the football right now.
That's to you the difference?
Two interceptions the last two games.
Yeah.
He didn't even play great in his opener, but they won because he didn't give the ball away. And it's easy to say that from this chair, right? That's really hard to do. But, I mean, part of that is setting him up with confidence, getting him stacking completions early, and then there's got to be a switch in his head. There's got to be this say uncle mentality. And every play's not, it's designed to win. It's drawn up to win. It has potential to win, but it doesn't always win. And when it doesn't win, get me back to the line of scrimmage, get down, throw the ball away, give a fan a souvenir with the football. Like, that's got to be their mentality moving forward, and they got to be able to run the football. You got to help your quarterback, man.
They're not running the ball. So what are you going to look? A minute left. What will you, when you got a good one, Chicago Rams is, because teams that play the Niners come out usually a little dinged up.
Oh, and that emotional high of coming back. I mean, they're going to be, that's a big one for the Rams.
What will you look for from Caleb?
Listen, I think their run game really has to help him early, and then his play action game. As soon as he flips his back to the defense and flips his eyes around, I think he's going to get some great tape from that Niners team, who I think abandoned that run a little bit. They could have stuck with Jordan Mason a little bit. So don't abandon the run it right at these guys on the Rams. Look at the Arizona tape, watch that. What did Kyler Murray do? Didn't turn the football over, got out of trouble when he needed to. That's it. And if he can handle that, he's going to have success. But, you know the guy, number 9 is coming in there, and that dude's an absolute surgeon.
Right.
He's incredible, and he's playing at such a high level, so.
Yeah.
See?
When you go to these meetings, you've had multiple meetings with multiple production meetings on coaches. Just to tell the audience, do they give you little tells, and do they give you?
Absolutely. Well, if you show that you've actually put in the work, right? Like, you got to come with some good questions. This week actually was funny. I asked a terrible question to Coach McVay. And I just said, well, what do? You got all these guys down. Can you run the exact same stuff? And he goes, what the hell do you think, Mark? I said, that was a bad question. I'm so sorry. Yeah. I apologize. But.
Okay. Well, so I want to talk about Chicago Bears, and I want to talk about what Sanchez just kind of said about, what the game plan has to be for the Chicago Bears. And that's been the thing, is that they haven't had a game plan going into any of these games. They just haven't. And it's been so bizarre. And right, we say they got to get the run going. And I've been saying that now for a while. But it's like, what are they doing to get this run game going? Like, they got to do something to figure out this run game. And they got to get Caleb Williams easy, consistent completions. They keep trying to do some of the more highlight reel stuff before he's ever really earned the right to do so. And it's just not working in that regard, right? And it's also like, are you playing to win the game? Because against the Texans, they didn't play to win the game. They really didn't. They could have won that game. But the way they played, it was not to win the game, right? Some of the throws that he was making and some of the play calling, it was just like, what are you doing, right? And it was the same thing with the game versus the Colts, where it was just like, what are you doing? What like, this was just we're just going to have Caleb throw the ball 974 times. And it's like, what are you doing? Look at how the Commanders and Cliff Kingsbury have brought up Jaden Daniels, right? They get him nice, easy throws, getting a rhythm, establishing a run game, letting Jaden use his legs in a way that gets some easy yardage. Not necessarily for all the magical stuff, which Jaden Daniels is doing to a degree as well, but also with using his legs to get first downs. He now is the leader in the NFL for most, rushing first down conversions from quarterbacks. He just passed Lamar Jackson on Monday, right? And I'm not saying that that's exactly what Caleb needs to do, but Caleb's legs right now are getting him into trouble. Honestly, he's moving backwards. He's trying to scramble in a way that's just getting him more in trouble rather than helping him. And if he could start to use his legs periodically to just pick up 4, 5, 6, 7, 8 yards, slide, not getting hits, because I think Jaden Daniels gets way too many hits, right? You start to keep the defense a little bit more honest. You keep the defense now a little bit more concerned about that mobility factor. That then opens up the door now for you to use your legs in a way that now threatens for the run, which now opens up the passing game. Right, we talk about how you run the ball to help just the pass in general, but now when a quarterback can do that, we saw this beautifully with Jayden Daniels. Jayden Daniels' legs were such a threat that when he was rolling out and moved out of the pocket, he was running, and the defense was now caught in the in-between moment where they either have to now go after Jayden or they give up a pass, and they didn't know what was going to happen because that threat was there throughout the whole game, and Jayden with perfect timing waited at the right time that as soon as the defender bit on it, just, the easiest little pass that, again, high school players can make. And boom, first down, right? It's all of these little things that you just don't see the Chicago Bears doing. And so set Caleb Williams up to take care of the ball, okay? To not turn the ball over, to not throw interceptions. Take care of the ball. Easy plays, using your legs, getting the run game, and then when you have the opportunities to stretch the field and go down the field, do it in a way where you're not throwing in triple coverage or double coverage like we've seen Caleb do. It doesn't really have to be all that complicated. It really doesn't. So I want to see Caleb continue because I think he is progressing. I really do think he's week to week, he's progressing. But Jayden Daniels set the bar on Monday of what's possible. She just did. And I'm the one that kept saying we can't compare these other quarterbacks to each other. All quarterbacks have different gifts, different coaches, different players. They progress differently. Just because Jayden Daniels had that big moment doesn't mean that he's automatically better than Caleb now or he's going to be better than Caleb. Everyone progresses at different rates because they have different opportunities, different chances, different everything. And so with Caleb, though, once you see what Jayden did, you can use that almost as a blueprint to what the Commanders have been doing. The Commanders have had a smarter approach to bringing Jayden Daniels up. The Washington Commanders have not. Okay? The Chicago Bears have not with Caleb. You can see what the Commanders have been doing. You can see what Cliff Kingsbury's identity with Jayden Daniels has been. And quite frankly, there's a lot you can mimic and learn from that. And I just want to see them apply some of those lessons learned to Caleb Williams. I mean, having him drop back as much as he has been, the type of throws that you're asking him to make, the inability to get the run game going, you're just setting Caleb Williams up to fail. And you need not. That's the crazy thing. If Jayden Daniels can ball out, set the record for highest rookie completion percentage, that 91%, Monday Night Football on the road against a desperate, hungry team, fans going wild, Joe Burrow, Jamar Chase, T. Higgins, Cincinnati Bengals. Caleb Williams is capable of having those moments, but the team has to support him. The coaching staff has to support him. That's what needs to happen. And that's just not what we're seeing so far. And I'm just curious to see which way does this break first, in the negative or the positive, right? That's what I'm excited to see because I believe Caleb can be something truly special. But right now, when you see what Jayden Daniels was able to do, I look at it and say, Caleb is just not being supported right now. And that's got to change sooner than later. But those are just my thoughts. I'd absolutely love to hear yours. What do you guys all think about Caleb Williams and the Chicago Bears? Do you think Caleb's more to blame for the lack of success? Do you think it's the coaching? Do you think it's a team? Let me know in the comments below. I read every single comment, so whether you agree with me or disagree with me, either way, let's get in some discussions. Let's get in some fights. But ultimately, let's just have some fun. And please do consider subscribing. We are building an amazing community here. I would absolutely love to see you part of it. I want to build something that we all genuinely feel connected to. Something that we're really excited to be part of. I think we're well on our way to doing it. And please don't forget to give this video a thumbs up, as it really does help with the visibility and the algorithm. Thank you so much, and see you next time.